Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the semifinal for the Locomotive versus Doubleheaders bracket, our first bracket. There will quite probably be more. I am here with two of the winning teams from the previous round. I will introduce them shortly. And if you are just tuning in, I would recommend going back and watching the previous episodes to get a better grasp of what's going on, the locomotives in play, that sort of thing. The teams did have to carry their locomotives through, so these are four locomotives that have already fought before. The bracket at current of filming, looks like this. I can't necessarily tell the contestants what exactly I am looking at here, but you can behold for yourself and notice that this match still isn't recorded yet. But don't worry, this one's going to happen and this one's going to happen, and then there might be a big old gap between the semifinal being recorded and the final being recorded. I might do something provisionary, like allowing the teams to pick new locomotives. It remains to be seen. Because this is all supposed to be a surprise, you know? Like, you didn't know what the opposing team was bringing, but since the first episode of this is coming out on the 5th, people are going to know what they're up against in the final, which is, was sort of subverting the premise here. I would have liked to have all this recorded ahead of time, before any of the episodes came out. So it would have still been a surprise. But, remains to be seen what I do with that there. Also, I am obliged to say, or I'm obligated to say, buy trading cards. There's a link to pick up the new batch of trading cards down in the description. They're not on sale as of this recording, but they will be soon. They'll be on sale in a couple of days. This is 17 new locomotives, including our first diesel, and including a Jubilee, like the one that is participating here today. So, without further ado, I will introduce Canadian Pacific Railroad, which is AJ with the Chinook 3001, and Taki with the Selkirk number 5931, both Canadian Pacific, hence the name, who is squaring off against North by Northwest, Brian with 1293, and Fort with Alberta Prairie 41. As we may recall, this was originally from the Mississippian, which is a tiny, tiny railroad. I don't know how it gained the legs it did in history, so to speak, but everyone say hello.
Hello.
Hello, this is the Battle of Alberta.
This is the Battle of Alberta, that's
Alberta,
right.
baby.
Pretty much, yeah.
But the funniest part is something I don't think I've mentioned before. The Chinooks class of Jubilee usually ran services between Calgary and Edmonton.
Yep.
Specifically, the Chinook I am bringing ran the Chinook line from Calgary to Edmonton. It ran the Eskimo in the evening and the
Don't say that first name. Don't.
Oh, yeah.
There's a reason the hockey team. There's a reason the football team renamed itself.
Yeah. It ran over there. It ran the Elk in the morning and that's what the football team's
Ellis,
called now.
if you can be bothered to, please censor that first word so it doesn't get blocked in Canada.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
I don't know if it will.
Sure. I'll try to remember to do that once we wrap up here. Or I'll try to remember to do that when I go to edit this, which is after we have the second semifinal match in, which, I'm probably going to forget. Oh well.
We'll even know.
If it gets censored, or, if it gets blocked in Canada, I'll go and fix it then. But, without further ado, everyone here knows how to play the game. I'm going to flip a coin to see which team is going up first. Tails. North by Northwest. Which one of you guys is going to start?
Do you want to go first or me?
I think I will.
Okay.
To be honest.
Brian goes first with 1293. Canadian Pacific Railroad, what locomotive do you want to use to respond with?
So 1293 is
G5.
It's a Pacific.
It's a Hudson.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Never mind.
Bruh.
Taki, I'm putting you in against that.
What?
Okay. Taki in the
You
T
really-
Okay.
in the T1B, the T-1B. There are too many T1s. We need a T1 Royale.
See how this goes against
No,
the
because someone's
Pensies.
actually going to bring a T1 and it's going to be cursed.
Okay, so
All
I'm
right.
going against the Selkirk.
So Brian is the calling contestant. Fort, you're keeping track of stats in column A. Taki, you are the opposing contestant, and AJ, you are in charge of boosters. I'll remind everyone that everyone has one veto, which is specific to them and them only. And yeah, there won't be any boosters up until 10 points down, but that doesn't mean you can't advise your teammate in the meantime. The only thing not allowed is looking at each other's stat sheets. So, Brian, what is your first stat
Alright.
call?
I remembered something with the Jubilee. I'm pretty sure those things have an advantage with this, but knowing that I'm going against Selkirk, which I think is worse off, I feel a bit safer saying this. Loco base ID.
It's a bold start. Loco base ID. Taki?
uh,
At the top
You're
of the
right.
page.
It's the first thing on the page.
yeah. 6557.
Wow.
135.
Yeah, there you go. Alright. The first point goes to North by Northwest. Brian?
Okay, maybe I should God.
Number in class.
5.
102.
Wow! I had no idea there were that many of those.
I mean, we are
Bruh.
British Commonwealth.
I feel like it was probably called out in the previous match featuring you, but I'd definitely forgotten since then. So, what's your third stat?
Number Bill.
Of course.
5.
102.
Yay! When I make the trading cards, I specifically see if I can mess with those stats. Alright. 3-0. Brian?
Driver diameter.
63 inches.
70.
If I'm honest, that's what I would have led with. Alright, 4-0. Brian?
Minimum weight of rail.
Ooh. Minimum weight of rail.
103.
84.
Okay. Go ahead.
Alright. Let's go with weight on drivers.
447,000.
What?
447,000.
Oh, I thought you said 147,000. I'm like, what
Oh.
the hell?
Wow, what are they made of? Aluminum?
151,000. Okay, that's better.
These are actually the most expensive locomotives ever built by the Canadian Pacific because of their all aluminum construction.
Oh, gosh. Oh.
Actually, sorry, they were the second most expensive, behind 8,000.
That's true.
Okay.
Anyway, driver wheelbase.
22 feet.
13.
13 feet. All right. 7-0.
Lucky number 13.
Hey, it's almost Halloween. We're a month from Halloween, ish. When this comes
I would
out,
say
it'll
that-
be like 2 weeks from Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Okay, time for a little bit of a risk. Power MP.
Oh.
Hmm.
Power MT.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
1486.
Fuck! 1288.
Wow, those are both very good. But Taki wins.
1486.
That's the first point for Canadian Pacific Railroad. I'll remind you guys that because you're trailing, you can switch locomotives if you'd like. But now Taki is calling against Brian. AJ is keeping track of stats, and
I don't think the switch would have any effect.
Well, just saying.
Yeah.
So Taki, 14. What was your power MT?
1486.
Is that all?
Yep.
That's a high power MT. I mean, it's not 5,000, but
Hang on, Fort.
Yeah. I know.
Are you
I'm
laughing
just
because yours is higher?
No, I'm laughing that 8,000 is like 3 times that much.
yeah,
Holy
this is
shit.
even still 1,400 is
Oh no, yeah, it's
Is
like I know it's like
humongous.
8,000 just blows everything out of the water, right? It's like I'm just
Most powerful locomotive in the British Empire.
Well, apparently, I have the highest power MT out of the four of us.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, probably.
All right, so Taki, are you still up?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Taki, go and call as much power stuff as you can.
Uh,
Uh-oh. Taki?
Tractive effort.
Oh, okay. Tractive effort. Brian?
Active effort. Oh no.
Tractive effort.
34,000.
76,905.
Oh, we'll just put the
God.
icing on the cake there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have won without that 905.
Wouldn't have won without
Yeah.
that 5.
Yeah.
All right. Taki, go again.
Boiler pressure.
250.
285.
It's pretty good.
Ugh.
All right,
good.
boosters are on the board.
Factor of adhesion.
4.44.
Ouch.
4.0.
Just 4 even?
Yeah.
Wow. Perfect.
What?
Perfect
Wait,
factor of adhesion. You
Taki-
love to see it.
Taki, are you looking
That's
at the right
insane.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't remember when I played it a couple weeks ago. I don't remember it being perfect.
Hold on. Let me look. How many of these are there? All right, sorry. There's 2 in the column.
The B.
It is not perfect. You just didn't read the last number.
Whoops, my bad.
It's
Wouldn't have made
Close.
a difference, really.
So yeah, it's 4.0 what?
3.
4.03. Still very good.
Oh,
And that needs to be marked, I think. Oh, there we go. As long as everyone is abiding by their roles. All right, Taki, what's next?
High pressure cylinders.
No.
Can we
20
do
by
double?
28.
Wait, oh.
I'll give it to Fort because he started saying it, but Brian, you got to give your teammate more room.
Sorry. I had a delayed mental response. Sorry for it.
All right, doubleheader for North by Northwest is called a doubleheader.
Is Canadian Pacific going to call a doubleheader too?
Oh, so this is for high pressure cylinders,
It's
right?
for high pressure cylinders.
Oh god, we gotta do the math.
Yeah, go over to
Yeah, and
Royale
that-
Tools and do the thing. But yeah, it does Canadian Pacific. Do you want to use doubleheader here as well?
Yeah.
Okay, drew doubleheader, knocked off the board. Once again, Royale Tools, please fill in your diameter stroke number of cylinders and then put it down on the doubleheader calculator. So you've got to get the volume, the overall volume in the Royale Tools thing first.
Oh, so we got to do the math ourselves, then give it to you.
Yeah, there's a calculator for it in the Royale Tools tab, and then just put it down on the doubleheader calculator, and I will let you know who wins.
I don't think this is gonna end well.
All right.
I'm not gonna go
he's-
down without a fight.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, it's a true
Good
doubleheader.
call,
It's not
I
like you
guess.
lose anything.
So is it the first number's the diameter, the second number's the stroke?
Yes, and then
Wait,
you're going
wait
to
a
put in the
minute.
number of
Actually, I
cylinders.
just thought of
Everyone has
something.
2 cylinders here. Thankfully, nobody's a weirdo.
Yeah, Canada was sensible for the most part. I think if I remember correctly, I think there might have been like one other engine besides 8,000 that was a 3-cylinder, and the only 4 cylinders were the 0660s.
All right, so I'm gonna.
31, that's not right.
It's 31,000.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That isn't good.
It was a great attempt here by by Fort to make a move, but unfortunately, the
Oh,
true
look at those
doubleheader.
tiny cylinders too.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Unfortunately, the doubleheader wins out for AJ and Taki. They have a combined cylinder volume of over 43,000 cubic inches, and Brian and Fort have about 31,000. So,
Damn.
Combined, we have just under what Taki has alone.
yeah, I like how you still wouldn't have won.
God.
All right, it's
That's
5-7. Taki, you're still calling.
Already called boiler pressure, right?
I
Yeah.
checked the list, but
Yeah.
I think so. So, and go ahead.
Call the funny one.
Can I call booster?
Yes, you can.
Neither of us have one.
Yep, that sucks
Yeah.
to be North by Northwest. All right,
That's why I call it the funny one.
there's the funny one
No
off
one
the
else has
board.
it.
Booster, its score is now 6-7. Last chance to change locomotives.
Do you want to swap?
Honestly, I don't think it matters.
Okay.
All right,
Tubes.
tubes. Brian.
Tubes. 111, 2.25.
72, 2.25.
Oh wow. Okay, Brian takes it.
Woo!
There's a point for North by Northwest. Now Brian is once again calling against Taki. Fort's checking stats. AJ's in charge of boosters. And yeah. All right. That's where we are.
The problem with this next one is a concern.
Oh.
Because honestly, I actually don't know how this will go. This is probably a pretty big risk here.
You guys are
Evaporative
actually
heating surface
There
divided
are
by
s-
cylinder volume.
evaporative heating surface divided by cylinder volume. Taki.
278 even.
Ah, fuck. 253.05.
Wow. Still both
I
very
thought
good.
that the
Very
huge
close.
cylinders would like cancel that out, but nope, you're
Bri-
just huge.
Not quite the
Brian.
huge boiler.
Brian, you have weight
What?
stats.
All right. Well, the rules
I'm an idiot.
flip once again. Taki, you are now
The
calling.
thing is, I want to save the weight stats for you.
Well, forget about me. I don't care if the one stat I call is a loss.
I feel bad now.
Don't feel bad. You made it. You made
power-
it this far anyway. Sorry. Go ahead, Taki.
Power computation.
Which one?
Uh,
You saying Robert Lemessina's power computation?
yeah, that one.
Okay.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
All right. Robert Lemessina's Robert Lemessina's power computation. Brian.
Gonna die. 11,400.
26,648.
All right, and the score is now tied. Next stat.
Hey, awesome. Flues.
Flues.
32, 5.5.
Ouch.
196, 3.5.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a given
Much
considering
smaller
the tubes.
flues. All right. Taki, you're now up 9-8.
Okay. Firebox area.
50-50.
Oh, a 50-50 for Firebox area. All right, North by Northwest has used a booster. Canadian Pacific, do you respond?
No.
All right. Flipping a coin. Firebox area is 0.
Yeah.
Well,
Wouldn't have mattered, I don't think.
if you got Infinity, it would have. Taki?
No, like, if I had called the stat or if... Nah.
I know what you mean. Taki, what's your Firebox area?
412 square feet.
Wow. Yeah. All
My
right.
actual firebox area is 199, so yeah.
10-8. Go again.
Evaporative heating surface.
Okay.
2,576.
50-54.
Okay. 11-8. We almost have enough points for timeouts.
Oh, okay. Uh, Combined heating surface.
All right.
3320.
7,086.
Oh, there we go. Now we've got 20 points on the board. Taki, you're still up, or you guys, and anyone can call a timeout. That's how that works. Just a reminder.
Ryan, do you want to switch?
Um, I mean, I don't know. I think I'll stay on guard for now.
Okay.
All right. Taki, whenever
Taki,
you're ready.
go for the rest of the tractive effort.
I already called all the stuff in tractive effort, I think.
No, you have the same as above.
Time's
That's
almost up.
power output, not tractive
Oh,
effort.
right, yeah. Same as above plus superheater percentage.
13,908.
34,375.
Okay.
God.
13-8.
Same as above, but substitute firebox for gray area.
60,695.
151,472.
150,000. Okay. 14-8. My timers are all over the place.
Power L1.
29,416.
41,813.
That's a shame because this is actually more Power L1 than larger classes of Pacific on this page.
All right.
Okay, I think that's everything for power output, isn't it?
Call a year.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
Builder.
Builder. Brian.
I know that 1293 in particular is Canadian Locomotive Company.
Okay.
Technically Fairbanks Morse. Although, actually, if I wanted to twist it a little bit, during the Steam Age, there was a time when Canadian Locomotive Company was partnered with Baldwin Westinghouse.
Okay. But we're gonna go with Calco, right?
Yeah,
All right.
Calco, yeah.
Um,
Well, no, not Calco because it's not MLW. This is Canadian Locomotive Company. It's Fairbanks Morse-ish.
okay.
Ish.
There was a time when it was partnered with Baldwin, though, so maybe that comes into consideration. I don't know.
Was this during that time?
I think maybe?
I'll look into that.
Maybe.
Taki, what is your builder?
Montreal LW.
Locomotive works.
Oh, that's the Calco.
Yeah.
The actual Calco.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause,
I think I'm gonna have to give it to Montreal, especially if we don't know about the partnership. But even then, Montreal is definitely the bigger name here. All right. Now what?
Hang on. I need to find out what year 1293 in particular was built.
I wouldn't worry about it. Taki?
Valve gear.
Ooh.
Wally.
Also Wally.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Brian, would you like your teammate to break the tie?
No.
No. Okay. AJ, what kind of valve gear do you have?
Wally.
Okay. That is
What?
a tie?
Brian, why?
Because you also have Wally, don't you?
No.
You don't?
Yes, you do.
Oh, wait. Never mind. I was looking at Builder.
Uh,
I was I'm sorry.
Also,
Wait, hold on.
I just found out. 1293 in particular was built in the same year the Canadian Locomotive Company became the Canadian representative for Baldwin Locomotive Works.
Oh, interesting. Uh, I'll have to consider that more heavily in the future. I don't know how I consider it. Hold on. Just real quick. Fort, who built you?
This too was a Baldwin.
Why didn't you swap orders?
I just realized that. Yeah.
All right. Well, either way.
I'm sorry. Well, in my brain, I saw the B, and I thought I was looking at valve gear, so I thought it was like, oh, Baker, and then like my wires were crossed.
You know what? I think I accidentally gave the. Oh wait, sorry. There was no point given there. So let's mark valve gear as called, and the points are going to be lagging one behind the number of stats called now. Here's where we're at. Brian is now calling against AJ.
Oh.
Year.
Year?
Uh-huh.
Where is it? 1936.
1944.
Okay.
Oh!
So there's a
Real
point
quick, I
for
just
North
want to know
by.
what year is the Selkirk?
What?
What year's the Selkirk? Oh, it's 49.
Ah. So
It actually
this was a saving grace.
it actually says so on the photo.
Yeah, I told Taki to call year, then he proceeded to call builder instead.
1293 in particular is 1948,
Well, here's the
which was the year that Canadian Locomotive Company partnered with Baldwin and Whitcomb.
just to double cover this once again. Brian is calling, AJ is opposing, Fort is keeping track of stat calls, and Taki is keeping track of boosters. There are 25 points on the board. It is 9-16. Brian, what's your next move? And remember, you are behind in the points.
Hey Ford,
Yeah.
it's your time.
Oh yeah, we can swap. Okay.
Yes, you can.
Fort's now calling.
Fort is now calling, and Brian is keeping charge of stats.
Okay. So wait.
Look at all this stuff.
Wait. So I forget. Are you the newer or the older Jubilees?
I'm
The newer Jubilees, the ones that look like A classes with an extra axle and are slightly uglier than the originals.
Ow. I'm the F2As as opposed to the F1As.
Well, technically those are the
F2As
F1s because they did a weird class thing.
Yeah.
You're almost out of time, Fort.
Yeah, I don't know what the
Okay,
F2As.
EW.
Oh
Engine we.
yeah, engine wheelbase.
Two. Okay. I was just counting down the last grains of sand. Engine wheelbase. AJ.
11 or 37.25.
21.67.
Okay.
Go down from there, Fort. Go down from there.
Yeah, I know.
Everything
so,
but weight on drivers and minimum weight of rail has been.
I know,
is not taken.
but the thing I was getting confused and I lost where I was looking. So yeah, a ratio of driving wheelbase to overall engine wheelbase.
That's a good one.
Wheelbase ratio.
0.22.
0.65.
Wow, 0.22 might be one of the worst ones I've heard that didn't involve a single.
Yeah. Well, because it's 444.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's not a surprise.
And a
by
big
any means.
driver
it's
gap.
Just uniquely bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Fort, 11-16.
Overall engine wheelbase.
Total engine and tender or overall.
70.73.
52.12.
Okay.
Oh, I called
Time
the
for
wrong
the
number
next
for the ratio,
EW.
but it lost anyway.
Wait, what was it actually?
0.21.
So 2-1. Oh, okay.
Yeah. 0.1 off. That's between the two Jubilees.
Gotcha.
I don't think you have the next stat for it, so skip down to the next EW.
No, yeah, I'm looking. So weight on drivers?
No, that's been called. The
Oh,
next
it
Already been called.
Okay. Yeah. So engine weight.
263,000 pounds.
135,800.
Okay.
What's the next one?
Eloy.
Yeah, tender loaded weight.
198,500.
107,800.
All right. Style points are available. It's 16 to 14.
Okay.
But look what.
Yeah. So total engine and tender weight.
461,500.
243,600.
All right. 15 to 16.
What
Okay,
has
so
he
the
been-
next few I don't think we can do.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm just looking at the pictures, and he has a much bigger tender.
I think we should just go to style points and risk it out.
Well, I mean, what things haven't been called yet? So
Blue
there's
tube length, superheating surface, gray area, low pressure cylinders, but nobody here has them. Tender fuel, tender water. I don't think either of us or either of them have axle loading. And yeah, that's it.
I mean, if there's nothing else to really call, you want to go to style points then?
Yes.
Oh, wait a second. Eat.
Uh, uh, okay.
Oh wait,
I'm-
did you just say?
I'm giving you leniency
I'll
because
let-
you didn't say the magic words, but this better be good and you're almost out of time.
Please, can we go to style points?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay, style
I
points
thought you
it
were about
is.
to say Ellis D'Amelia's weight computation.
I was, but I have no idea how that would go. And
You
things
would
are
win.
way too- Wait.
But style points. All right, people, give me the style
No, can I
points.
take that back?
No.
Can I do a swap order?
No.
No, that's not how swap orders work.
That's not how the force works. All right. What have people got for style points?
All right, I have a
Okay,
really
let's-
long list here
Okay. Let's try to take
of
things.
things I could.
Let's try to take things not too quickly so I can address them all. But go ahead.
All right. First one. Let's see. Where's the ones that I know are actually? Oh, my engine both ran on coal and oil.
So did mine,
Oh.
and so did Fort's.
Oh, so double fuel points on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure the Selkirks did too. Nobody gets it.
Oh, okay.
No, wait. Were the Selkirk? I thought the Selkirks were only oil fired.
I swear they were coal.
I think they were
Yeah, but
both.
they were. They ran in the mountains.
We're gonna call it a
They would
wash.
have to-
We'll need verification for that, but anyway. I actually have two for Fort. Number one, since the Mississippian was a Frisco sub-road, he had the Frisco plate. And number two, there was a time on the Mississippian where he had, get this, an amber warning light above his headlight.
Okay. Interesting. Is there a photo?
Yeah, he
Yes,
just posted
look.
it.
Oh! Oh my God!
And while we're here, stack cap.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see the stack cap
well, it's a
hanging down.
half stack cap, half spark arrestor. It looks more like a spark
Why does it
arrestor.
put
I
that?
can't
Why?
tell what that
Why? Why do you have that?
is. I
It's the
don't
sound of
know.
the police.
Also, doghouse, which is something we missed last
I
time.
was gonna say you do have a doghouse as well. Or, I noticed the doghouse. All right. Any? What else do we get
also-
for style points around here?
Well, my engine again ran in multiple countries.
So did mine.
That is true.
As far as I'm aware, neither of theirs did border crossing.
No. Mine
There
did two
is
different
the
routes,
possibility here. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if this is correct, but it might. This might cancel out any paint points by the other team. It's possible that Fort may have been painted green when built.
What?
Mm,
Fort may have been painted green when built because he's a Baldwin.
I don't know. Somebody give me a
I have
legitimate
no
style
idea. I'm just saying that in case they bring up
streamlining.
paint points later.
Point.
Yeah, both of them are streamlined. so-
Streamlining, of course.
Both talk here are semi-streamlined. Neither of them are.
All right. What else?
Nameplate.
The Chinook
My
nameplate.
name is nice, beautifully on the side of my engine,
If I
unlike
had
yours.
taken 1246, it was named Nelson Blount for a while.
Yes,
But alas, this is 1293, not 1246.
that's right.
I
That's
think 1278 had a nameplate at some point too, but we all know about 1278. Why we don't bring it up?
well, it was in the first batch of trading cards. Buy trading cards, by the way.
I'm still in operation.
That's fair.
He's both him and I have operated.
Yep.
Neither of you have.
You guys have the operation point for sure.
Also, both of us have higher survival percentages.
Well, you guys both actually
actually no.
survived.
Well, we don't have higher survival. Well, I don't have a higher survival percentage than the Selkirk because that's 2 out of 5. But
Well, I'm
there's
just worried
more of
about
us
you,
in
you
total.
individuals.
Yeah,
I'm just
we
worried about
both
the
survived and
individuals.
we both have run.
Okay.
All-weather cab.
All-weather cab is a good point for the Canadian-specific locomotives, both of them, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. Also, Fort has 100% survival rate.
Well,
I don't know if that counts.
is it 1 out of 1 or
Both.
2 out of
40
2.
and
2 out of
41.
2? Okay, that's fair. All right, more style points for people.
I believe Taki and I both
have a
box
movie
drivers.
point.
Hold on. What was that Canadian-specific?
Both of them have box pox. That's what they said.
Well, that
no,
isn't
one
true,
of them
but
has block pox.
yeah, but you
I
still
know
have more
I do,
box
but
box than the other team, that's for sure.
Yeah, I can't remember if we both do, but I know I do.
I've been in more movies than the other team. Terror Train.
Okay, yeah, sure. There's your media appearance point. Enjoy it.
I have the folding coupler.
Folding coupler is a good one.
Yeah.
Number board lights up for both of us, I think.
Yep, you do have. Let me just check the numbers on the number boards here, as in terms of who has how many. Actually, because of the way that the Selkirk's number boards are, I think you actually have fewer. Guess the Selkirk just has the 1, and the other guys have 2 each. That's unfortunate.
There was
Oh.
a time that I had 3 because I'm pretty sure I had. I could be wrong about that. Most likely.
All right, what else?
But-
What else have people got?
Trying to think. Is there anything else?
Taki and I have train line steam.
Yep, you guys have comfy
So do
seats.
I,
Somehow
I
I doubt
believe,
the
but I don't
Mississippian
know
thing
about
has
Ford.
train line steam.
No.
That's a good one.
The cars that Chinook ran on the Chinook line, the cars are still survive around display.
That's not a
I
style
don't
point,
think
but
that's-
it is neat.
Yeah.
Darn it, I tried.
Good try. What else? It's 22 to 25 right now. North by
Name
Northwest is in the lead.
We figured out that Taki and I both have name lines.
Like name trains?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Taki's was the Dominion.
Damn. I had a name train, but I wasn't banking on you bring a Selkirk with you. So I was going to match you for everything but streamlining, and then you show up with a Selkirk.
Yes, that's the secret play there.
That's
Oh, but there's something that we have more of that you don't. Backup lights.
Oh yeah.
Taki had a backup light, I think.
What?
Let me.
Wait,
I can't
don't
pull up my
think you-
Discord, so I can't actually. We talked about
I'm
this.
pretty sure the larger tenders didn't have backup lights.
You sure?
I'm checking this.
Well, yeah, because what would their purpose be? They're very poor rearward visibility.
To shine in the reverse direction. I mean, it's not to help
Uh,
you see; it's to help people see you.
Yeah, I guess.
Though I don't.
Ellis, I'm
don't
not actually sure about this, but just brush me up on my memory real quick. Was auxiliary tender a style point?
It
'Cause I don't think
has
was.
been if you've got direct proof of using one.
Paste. Enter. Come on. Paste. I said paste. Oh, files are too powerful. I'm gonna have to look for a different photo. But yeah, it had one
I'll
on the
take your
Ohio
word for
Central.
it.
It had one on the Ohio Central. It looks like an X Southern. I
Yeah,
don't know.
believe that. Okay. Anything else? It's 23 to 26.
Or
I had a special
interesting
coin
railway.
minted for me.
Hold on, Canadian Pacific.
I had a special coin minted for me.
Oh, that's interesting. I guess that's like a merchandising point. Which sure,
Yeah,
I'll give
we
you
had
that.
a $20 silver coin that had the Chinook on it.
Cool. Okay.
Does
North
an
Oh,
Dakota.
interesting moment in preservation history count? No, I'm not talking about 1278.
Uh, really depends what it is, but probably not.
well,
Uh,
you already called
if I'm not
preservation.
mistaken, this was the first ever. Uh, it it might have been the. I don't know, but this might have been the first ever preservation era triple header.
Oh, you know what? I have given points for something like that before. Uh, does the 3001 or the T1B have any special events tied to them?
I mean, 3001 toured the entirety of Western Canada when it was first released.
Mm.
It went all the way up to Vancouver first.
Um, I don't know. I'm gonna have to sit on that one. I don't know. Um, all right. Any other style points?
My class held the world speed record for 39 years.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I
Isn't
did
it
the math.
North
It was
American
39 years that
speed record?
Chinook's sister held the speed record.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's the Canadian speed record or something like that.
Still, it is a speed
I
record.
think it was
holder.
only beaten
Yeah.
by the LRCs.
I'll still grant it a
It-
point on the basis of being a speed record holder. Not every day you get to.
Yeah.
Not every day you have one of those.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Let's-
Hang
it
on.
served two lines. Isn't any special because you guys served across borders.
Yeah. No.
Wait a minute. Hang on. Let me just look here. I need pictures of the other sides of your engines.
Ford has you matched on that. All right. No. Anything else?
Oh wait, the nameplate. We didn't call paint yet.
You didn't call paint yet. Well, I said that was a wash because of the possibility, but I think on balance, I do think Canadian Pacific wins that anyway. So it's 26-26.
What the hell?
I need a spot. I need
I'm-
a style point.
I
Oh.
wish I could see pictures of these things with the streamlining off. Because
There was a buy two get one free sale on G5s, and F. Nelson Blount walked in the door and went, "Yes."
what I need I wish I had pictures of the Selkirks and the Jubes unstreamlined, because the only one picture I know of these unstreamlined is of the other kind of Jubilee, because neither of you look like you have head end throttles.
Hmm. They would have to be hidden
Does-
underneath. Although I think the Selkirk has one.
The
I
thing
need a
the
picture of
thing
the other
is, you would
side, but-
expect them to, because they don't have domes.
Mm-hmm.
Does a funny retirement story count as a style point?
Is this that one of them was supposed to be saved, but two museums thought the other one was saving one, so they all
Yeah,
got scrapped?
Calgary and Montreal thought the other one was going to be saved to last locomotive, and both of them got scrapped.
Yeah. No, but it is a funny story.
Darn it.
Listen, the
I'm
timer.
not sure if I can get I'm not sure if I can get multiple points for multiple different events, but I was the
No.
I was the engine on the Vermont Centennial train.
I will say that if I was going to give a special event point, then that's, that and the triple header definitely go together.
Damn.
AJ and Taki,
Um,
do you have a response? Because the timer has already run out.
Well, we're at a tie, aren't we?
Not
They got
anymore.
another one? I went through all of my list.
Oh no. Well,
I have the speed record, I have the coin, I have the paint. The country tour doesn't count for anything.
I guess
Nameplate I lost. Box Hawks driver I won.
We did the one.
Taki, do you remember anything quickly? Taki is the cast pilot.
Yeah. I have the cast pilot, yeah. I also
Okay.
have a trains model.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do
We didn't talk about models.
What do we have for trains models?
Taki also has a real model. But
I have a surviving one.
Hold on.
And
we,
well,
a
we did that
we have
already.
more.
We did survivors.
Snowplow.
Hold on. I want to. The cast pilot is definitely one. You definitely get that. I want to hear about. Oh, I already gave you that one. The thing I want to hear about is model points.
I have physical model. Trains model, not really. There was an old kit bash of 3254
Okay.
into one,
Never mind.
and there was supposed to be like at some point a physical model, but it hasn't come out yet.
Okay.
Closest you have is the KLG2, which is raw.
Ford, you have a.
I'm looking. I'm not seeing anything.
Okay, so I'm gonna definitely give the model point to
Yes.
Canadian Pacific. Actually, so you guys have a real life and a digital model,
Yep.
I don't. Taki does.
and you guys don't have anything on the other side.
Hang on, let me look because
We're doing like I'm in my head. I'm doing like tennis rules here now. If somebody gets up by 2, it's done. You know. Otherwise, I'll just let you guys ping pong back and forth because there are definitely other things. I actually, what was it on these engines? Yeah, I did see something. I could see something for each team that's unique, but
I know. I don't want to
let's
say
look.
it because I think.
Maybe under the older name.
I mean, in a way, both Fort and I are the flagship engines of our respective tourist operations today.
well, that's
I'm not
very
sure if
cool.
that counts.
However, I think
Fort has the Canadian national number plate.
I already gave him points for a number plate.
That's the Frisco one. This is the Canadian national one.
I'm not
which has
giving you 2
everything,
points for
like,
2 different
embossed.
number plates.
Mm-hmm.
Snowplow. Taki had a snowplow.
Okay,
I did say that, yeah.
I did give no. You said cast pilot, which I gave. The snowplow is different. Do you guys have an actual picture of the snowplow mounted, or
I'll see if I can look it up. Taki, look it up.
Mm-hmm.
We have more multi-fuel if it's true that that the Selkirks were only one.
you would, but I don't think that's the case. I don't know if that's the case for certain.
What's
But-
Taki's engine again? What number is it?
It's 59, 31. But honestly, I think I'm gonna end the scrounging there, and we're gonna
There,
call
Taki
it
said plow.
at 28
No.
to 27. Oh wow, plowing your mom.
No,
The snowplow is 29, by the way.
we tried.
The snowplow is 29, and I'll call it there. Congratulations, Canadian Pacific. It seems that Hem taught you well.
Oh, I should have said freaking Fort was in service until 1967.
Oh, that would have been a
God,
good
I
one.
should've said that.
You know what else Fort has that no one else here has?
What?
Polling pockets.
Oh.
God,
Uh,
I
so
could have tied it up.
there's
I could have
that,
tied it up.
and on the other hand, the Chinook has an internal smoke deflector.
Oh, I forgot about you mentioned that last game.
I was wondering if you had added that to your list.
No, I
So-
completely forgot about the internal smoke deflectors.
I think Fort and I
Not against
are the
this
only
now.
ones here that actually have doors,
Uh,
like on the front.
I don't. It does not look to me like Fort has doors. Oh, Fort does
He
have
said
a
on
door.
the
does.
front.
No, he does. He does. Yeah, that would have been one too. Oh well, time is up.
Nah,
There
too
we go.
late.
29, 27.
Canadian Pacific just won.
Don't worry, we'll be doing more brackets.
Yeah, but I
You
lost a chance at winning something.
The other ones will have a prize too. Don't worry. And yeah, once again, I'd like to congratulate Canadian Pacific Railroad on heading on to the final. North by Northwest, congratulations on reaching the semifinal. Unfortunately, can't win them all, but you fought valiantly. You did a great job. Everyone here did a great job, and I'd like to thank you all for coming. And I
Guess we're
will.
the Calgarians.
Yeah, the battle for Alberta is done, and we're on to. I don't know. I don't know who you guys are facing at all, so I can't give a nickname to what the final is. By the end of this video, because this is going to be the first match of two, by the end of this video, I will probably have a name. We'll definitely know who your opponents are going to be. Um, and maybe I will have bleeped that word. So, without further ado,
Okay, so like if it turns out that Hem is gonna be one of the next ones you're facing, Godspeed.
yeah, the that's the student versus the master. If that's what it is, that's what I'm going to call it. Anyway, we're on to the
Hem
next
is the
match.
master of psychological warfare and is really good at Loco Royale.
Two. So this is the bracket as it stands. Now we have Ellis's progeny versus two idiots in a cornfield. That's Hem and East versus Jader and Tyler. And of course, the obligatory reminder in between fights that this is what the Kickstarter looks like right now. We're halfway through and $540 in towards the goal. That's about 75% done. If you haven't picked up trading cards, I would do that. And if you haven't told your friends, model railroad clubs, random passerbys that you meet when you go out to see steam engines, that sort of thing, do that. Once again, we do have flyers that are posted on the Discord. If you can't find them, just ask me. So, now on to the penultimate match. Oops, that doesn't need to be there. Ellis's progeny with the 801 class, that's East's engine, and the Baldwin 1012 1/4 D, that's Hem's engine. As if you couldn't figure that out, and you've probably watched the previous videos. Tyler has Baldwin 60,000, Jader has the Cookie CNS 9, and we all know how to play the game, so I will flip a coin now. Comes up tails. So, two idiots in a cornfield. Which locomotive of yours is going up first?
I will leave that decision up to Jader since they're the least capable at this moment.
Tyler, why don't you go first?
All right.
That probably sounds wise considering.
For context,
Considering I barely made out what Jader just said.
Jader is on phone.
Jader is on
I
phone.
am on.
Ellis's progeny. What locomotive will you use to respond to Tyler with?
Give us momento, por favor.
Well, you have 60 momentum.
Yeah.
East, there's some very obvious sticking points to sending you out first that I don't want to touch.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know if sending me out first is really going to help, because there are some potential wild cards if you go out first that
I think you're right.
it's just not going to be there. He can bully us on Builder, really, but that's...
Bold of you to assume he can. This too
Alright,
is not, or is a Baldwin.
That East.
Tyler is...
I'm going to say you go first, yeah.
Alright.
Alright, in that case, Tyler is the calling contestant. East of the opposing contestant. Jader, if you keep track in column A, that would be appreciated.
Okay.
If not, just put a red flag up and say that something's broken. And Hem, you are in charge of boosters and advising your teammate. Of course, the boosters won't appear, but vetoes are available now. So, with that out of the way, Tyler, what is your first stat call?
Considering the pre-show, well, not pre-show, but pre-call.
The pre-show.
Just say Builder.
Yeah, Builder.
All right, East, what is your builder?
Your mom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Alco.
I wonder who I could be built by.
definitely.
way.
Definitely Lima.
All the way.
All right.
Definitely
It
Henschel.
doesn't. Does it say Baldwin anywhere on my uniform?
No.
All right, Tyler, what's your second stat call?
All right, let's see here. What do I feel like doing?
Bless you.
Dying, apparently.
Mm.
You know what? Let's
The-
do Power MT.
Alright. 826.3.
1209.97.
Is mine better than yours, East?
826 is not stellar.
I don't know how to
Alright,
calculate it, so I
Tyler?
can't tell you.
It's power
Uh,
L1 divided by average axle loading.
Eh.
Let's see here.
Well, I feel like that does give one part of the answer.
Let's do. Corrective effort.
60,845.
81,969.
I was gonna say 60,000. That's the locomotive.
Wow. I can't
Wow.
believe 60,000 would have a high tractive effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Who would have thought?
All right, Tyler, go ahead.
Boiler pressure.
210.
Oh,
210.
350.
Yep.
350.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheater. It's too good of an engine. That's why it is in. That's why it's one of the legendaries in our newest set of trading cards.
Also, no one would
All
buy
right.
it.
It's 4-0.
You know,
Why did Ubisoft randomly relaunch Siege?
let's have some fun here because I know Hem wouldn't have this, but East, just a quick question. Low pressure cylinders.
Vito?
Okay.
All right.
All right. Put in veto in column A there for the thing.
And that's
Okay.
veto
It'll
for
give you a
individual, just to make that clear.
It'll give you a little error. Yes, it is only for the individual. So you can call that again against him, I suppose. But call something else.
All right. Hmm.
I like the hesitance on the veto.
Well, I didn't know if we had to wait till round 10 to call it or not, so.
That's fair.
Now you.
Alright, good. Yeah.
Let's do combined heating surface.
6491.
6549.
Oh, that's close.
Wow, that was close.
Yeah, that's scarily close, actually.
You should
Yeah.
call more of that. You should definitely call more of
Yeah.
those.
Oh man. Yeah, which superheating or regular surface does he beat you out on? That's the question.
You should call
here.
superheating surface.
Well, there's something I can really easily beat him on. Firebox area.
395.
772.
Wow, that's such a small firebox. I can't believe.
Actually, I have a question. Let me just go to the A20 stat page quickly.
Oh no.
The AA-20 does not have a water tube firebox. That's the reason his is so
Yeah,
big.
but it is exactly like 17 Alna centers. Oh,
Calculate
it's
that.
larger than the
Use
A20.
anything but the metric.
Um,
200 square feet.
Tyler, you want to call it driver diameter? You should call driver diameter.
No.
Here's the thing: the AA-20 actually sucks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so does the 6,000 or 60,000.
It doesn't though.
Then
It's
why would no one buy
actually a
it?
great engine.
Also,
Nobody bought it because it was a maintenance disaster.
Doesn't make
Yeah.
it. I mean, so
Which
Um,
engine
it
if
doesn't
you can
make it
get it out of the shop for 5 minutes?
yeah.
okay, East, how about your great area?
75.3.
82.5.
Surprisingly
Pretty
close.
close. All right,
7-0.
keep going, Tyler.
Okay. Power L1.
22,910.
37,145.
I'm so surprised
Wow.
the compound would have a good power L1.
Speaking of which, same as the blood, but substitute firebox area for great area.
102,029.
326,942.
326. Yeah, this is what we learned with the water tube fireboxes trying to make 8,000s sheet. It's like, okay, we're gonna have to manipulate these numbers because otherwise it just breaks the page.
What?
Same as the blood plus superheater percentage.
I want one of these against like
19,450.
34,939.
Oh god.
I want one of these
All right.
against a wound.
Yeah, that'd be kind of funny.
This
I want this
versus
against the
17.
Wooten. I wish Matt had brought 2102 because I wish Matt had brought 2102 and made it to the finals because that would have been funny.
All right, we're at 10 points. We are boosters are on the board. The roll's not changing. Tyler, you're still up.
Robert Lamasinas.
I'm gonna call it 50-50.
Okay,
My
50-50.
God.
Flipping that coin. And it's heads.
Yes.
Outstanding.
Amazing.
Get his
Okay.
ass.
Yes.
Okay, so East has infinite. What was that? Robert Lamasinas
Yeah.
power computation. All right, that needs to get marked off.
I got it.
Get
his ass.
All right. 1 point. East is calling. Hem is keeping track. Tyler is opposing.
He's,
Jader, you're in charge of boosters.
we win.
Try to be on the jump. I know you're on a phone. That means Tyler gives some extra room.
All right.
Help your teammates out, that sort of thing. All right, so I'm tipping the timer over. East, what is your first stat call? Don't blow it.
All right, trying to not blow it.
East.
Number in class.
No.
23.
1. How many did you have?
23.
East? 23. That's not a lot, but it's enough.
Yeah.
Look,
yeah.
I'm gonna win.
All right,
I
and
just
now,
have to have it yellow.
Me with 100.
Now Ellis's progeny. Now Ellis's progeny is allowed to switch locomotives if they so choose.
Factor of adhesion.
Factor of adhesion, 4.1 free.
4.02.
That's pretty
Thank
good.
Christ. I was like, if you blow this already,
Yes.
I'm coming for your ass.
High pressure cylinders.
High pressure, 27 by 32.
28 by 30, but I have 2 of them.
I also have 2 of them. Well, actually, wait.
No,
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. Ooh.
You have 1.
I mean, we could do the calculator there, but I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure East wins.
Yeah.
All right. 4 to 10.
Valve gear.
Wally.
Baker.
Baker. 5 to 10. All right.
East, your passenger locomotive.
Oh yeah, driver diameter.
Driver diameter, 63.5.
69.
Nice.
Nice. 6 to 10. Moving my timers.
Hem, what was the one stat you were scared of?
The one stat I was scared of? Oh, I wouldn't call either of those because I don't think we win either of them.
Mm.
If you don't have anything you're sure on, pass it over to me because I know where. Because obviously I can get him in a couple
Yeah, alright.
places.
Number belt.
Swap orders.
Oh,
Wait.
yeah.
Swap orders.
Okay.
Uh,
No.
Okay.
Can we do a thing in response to that, or do we just have?
Yes, you can.
I would like to also call swap orders in response.
Okay, 2 swap orders on the board.
Hey, Jader.
So,
Wait,
Jader, how many of those were built?
how many of the the cookies?
Yeah,
7.
7.
I
recall
would have
that.
still won.
Yeah.
I fucked up.
Well, it did make
Well-
you waste the swap orders, so.
196. So
Well, that's quite a few.
yeah,
Okay.
that's a
Okay,
number.
so that point goes to Ellis's progeny. Everything else remains the same. East, you're still calling against Tyler.
Fluid tube length.
Okay, blue tube length, 23 feet.
Damn it.
yes!
22.
East, you
All right.
dumbass.
What?
You fell victim to one of the classic runs.
I told you, if you don't have anything you're sure on, send it back to
I
me.
was sure of that because most engines don't have that long.
Have you looked at this engine?
He's a 210 You're a mountain.
In fairness, East's is pretty long.
Yeah, but you
I mean,
he didn't win, did he?
No, but you
Oh
know.
my god.
All right, Tyler is now calling against East, and yeah, that's it. Nothing special here. Jader's keeping track. Hem's in charge of boosters.
Okay, and I'm guess yeah we can't switch yet, can we?
No,
You're
because
not-
that was you can't switch because you're in the lead.
Oh yeah. Well, okay, we're close to.
2 more points on the board, and you'll have the timeouts available.
Okay,
But you're almost out of time for a second.
evaporating surface divided by cylinder volume.
Ooh.
Double header.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
waiting for him to call something.
All right, a doubleheader from Team 1. That's all their boosters off the board.
I take it you're not
Yeah, I'm not
responding with
hand-
one then?
No,
How would
I can. This is good.
He's confident. He's
confident.
I don't
Okay.
think you. I don't know. if you-
Actually,
All right.
He already said he's
It's-
confident.
No,
I-
if this is your shit, you're sinking with it, buddy.
Yeah.
Jader double.
Okay. All right.
Don't do it, Jada. Don't fall victim to his.
You know what?
No,
Let him
no.
do it. Let him do it. We'll see. I want to see if we can
All
bully
right.
him.
There's this. I don't think this is going to go well for Elsa's progeny, but either way, it means it's a true doubleheader. So please put your numbers down to the doubleheader calculator, guys. I noticed that Elsa's progeny is already on it, which is good.
What is the stat?
Evaporative.
Evaporative heating surface divided by cylinder volume.
Okay.
Oh God. I'm oh-godding at the fact that Jader's dying, and also the fact that that says 490. East Hem, you guys want to hit enter?
I'm waiting on Jader. Son of a bitch.
Oh my God.
We would have beaten you.
All right,
if you
well,
had-
there's
we had
a-
gone-
Yes.
Damn, I was really hoping Jader was worse.
Oh man. Okay, so there's a point for 2 idiots in a cornfield,
Good.
and Tyler is still calling against East.
Okay, let's see what else we do.
Oh, superheating surface. That. Come on, pussy.
No, I'll take my chances though with evaporating heating surface.
50-14.
5192.
Hmm.
Oh,
The
wow.
extra foot. The extra foot.
The extra foot matters.
Also, it's
All right, timeouts are on the board.
Come on. Superheating surface. Do it.
Do it, Tyler.
Do it, Tyler. How about
Do it,
flu?
Tyler.
Confident in your flues there, superheater boy?
timeout.
Okay. Team A calls timeout. 2 idiots in a cornfield. Because you guys are in the lead, I'm going to ask you right away, 60 seconds, who you guys are putting in?
Jader, you feel ready?
Well, really. There's maybe a few things, but you know what? Yeah, I'll give it a
All
shot.
right.
All right. Jader speaking through a, 1914 radio set. And Ellis's progeny, who are you guys putting in? Unsurprisingly.
Wow,
I get one of
can't-
those
All right,
phones
so-
like in an old dispatcher's office.
Yeah, there
That'd
you
be
go.
Yeah.
cool as shit.
All right,
Let's do this.
Jader, you are now calling against Hemlock, so it's the Cookie versus the 1012D. We've got the big engines out, the small engines are here.
Okay. All right. Hemlock. What is? Yeah. What's your tender water capacity?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
What is it?
Remember him, you can veto.
I'm looking for it. Actually, yeah, veto. Duh.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to just
Okay.
write in veto?
Yeah, please just write in the word
Okay.
veto.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember whose veto is whose. That shouldn't be a problem with only 2.
Jader, that comes in too.
Um,
Okay.
okay. Jader, you can go again.
Well, okay. Well, this is a genuine question I have though.
Okay.
Well, okay. Are fuel stats because him's a tank engine? How do fuel and water stats work?
Um,
What do you mean how do fuel and water
I would
stats
still
work?
have a fuel capacity stat. I think
Oh,
the biggest
okay,
problem
okay,
would
yeah,
be
yeah,
whether or
let's
not
keep
I'm
going.
oil fired, because I don't know if you are.
No, I'm coal.
Okay.
Really? Well, gotta pick something.
How much time does Jada have left?
Not a lot.
Got nothing. Shit. Wait.
You could call fuel
Oh,
capacity.
wait.
I
I tried to say fuel capacity, but
Oh, you want to call fuel
yeah,
capacity?
let's do fuel. Come on.
Okay.
Okay. Hem, wait. What fuel are you?
I would have been coal fired.
Okay. I'm cool.
Do you have a number for that?
Nope, I don't.
Damn it.
Okay. That means East.
Small issue.
You're coal-fired, right?
No.
What? You're not?
Oil.
Oil.
Okay, never mind. We cannot proceed with that
Okay.
stat call.
Really
Jader, you get
hoping you
another
were
60
coal.
seconds to try something
No.
else.
When
Just gonna put
yeah,
not called
when
in
were
there.
you built?
1917.
Shit.
Yeah.
I was built for this.
No.
I was built for World War One.
It started in 1914, though. God damn it.
No, it was built in 1917 when the
Yeah,
U.S.
yeah.
entered the war.
Yeah, I know. I just realized that.
Wait, Jader, when were you built?
1915.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I thought you were older than
It's,
that.
okay, what it's
Uh,
doing is it's going off of the reboilering in 15. Which is weird, because
okay.
it's actually,
That
no,
makes
it's going
sense.
off the frames of 15, because it's reboilering is 1903, and then the new frames are 15. What
Well,
the
either
fuck?
way, that flips the script. Hem is now calling against Jader. It is 8-13.
I have to win a stat before we can swap, right?
That is
Tender
correct.
loaded weight.
Well, sorry. No, you can swap now because you've got a point. You have to win a stat. That rule comes in if it was like a booster you used to get that
Okay.
point. So you can swap now.
Okay. Hey, East, want to tag out?
Why?
So you can call superheating surface and then toss it back.
Got it.
Wait.
Can they do
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Do that. Let's do that.
I hate this game.
Okay. Now East is calling against Jader.
Superheating surface.
Joke's on you, I don't have.
Okay, this is 50-50.
Wait, no, wouldn't it go to Tyler?
Flipping.
Did Tyler call a 50-50?
Yeah, I just told it
Yeah,
50-50.
Tyler-
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, Tyler threw a 50-50 and it came up tails.
F. So we get the point, correct? Doesn't matter what Tyler. It doesn't go to Tyler anymore.
It wouldn't go to Tyler in the first
Because
place.
Okay.
it's not that he doesn't have the stat, it's that he doesn't have a superheater, so it's assumed to be 0.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler. What
Yeah.
was your
Uh,
superheating surface?
My superheating surface was 1,357.
All right.
What was yours?
Would you have won?
I just accidentally closed the DM. I plead the fifth.
Oh.
Wait,
Okay, sure.
so since I've vetoed water capacity, could East still call that against Jader?
Yeah.
Hey,
All
East.
right. Tender water capacity.
Okay. Here you go. 2,000 gallons.
12,000.
2,000 gallons versus 12,000 gallons. All right, 10 points to 13 points. All right, East.
Loco
Throw it back.
base ID.
Loco base ID.
Oh, cool.
Jader.
16,518.
Yeah.
Oh my
No, when
God.
Tyler said he was the rebuilt version, I knew it wasn't going to be under mine. 205.
Yeah, no
That's
kidding.
that's
All right.
above mine, and I'm in the 13,000.
Yeah. No, that's why. All right, hold up, Tyler. Check your DM.
Okay. What?
Bruh.
Not Tyler. I meant Ham. I tried to actually DM.
Collusion.
I've tried to
Collusion.
DM Ham like 4 times, and I've accidentally DM'd 3 other people that aren't Ham.
Oh my god.
Congratulations, you really...
All right, flues.
Clues, okay. I don't have that.
You're correct because you don't have a superheater, so East gets the point. All right, East. It's 12-13.
I think I'm going to toss it back to him.
Okay, smart choice.
All right.
Hem is now calling. East is checking stats. Hem, you are calling against Jader. There's still one timeout and double headers on the board.
Driver wheelbase.
Okay. 10 feet.
What'd you say?
5.83 feet.
He said 10 feet. So Hem is about half of that. It is now 13-13. East, please mark that stat off.
I did. Oh, someone unmarked it.
Oh, you...
That was
Yeah.
probably me.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
is
All right.
what is your weight on drivers?
Kind of.
Jader?
No, you
Jader,
can't...
you alive?
What? I can't call time.
Because
No. Your team already used your timeout.
yeah, it's my team.
Man, fuck. Okay. Sorry. What? Sorry. What was the question?
Weight on drivers.
Okay. 64,800.
Mine is going to be a cool 23,500.
Wow. Oh yeah, I forget you're like an entire foot narrower than Jader is.
Yes.
Yeah, that does help.
What is your engine weight?
74,400.
74,700?
What?
I was asking what you said. I didn't quite hear you.
Oh.
He said 74.4,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. Mine
Yeah,
is
it
a
was
cool 34,500.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I was gonna say, how is
It's
North
small. We have a discrepancy in the points checked off.
Oh, my bad.
He's
That's
not marked.
completely my fault.
Yeah, he's not marked the weight stats.
I forgot. Yeah, my fault.
It's okay.
I-
Just mark the two that are done. All right, we're all
Yeah,
set.
I know.
I'm sorry.
28 points. 15-13. Else progeny. What's next?
Tender loaded weight.
49,250.
None. Don't have a tender.
I feel
Yeah,
like that's
no,
a bullshit
yeah.
stat because
That. Well, I mean, in fairness, it's how much are you how much are you held back by your tender? If you're a tender engine, you've got to lug this tender around.
That's a bullshit stat.
It is kind of an advantage.
That's a bullshit stat, says the man who tried to call fuel capacity and water capacity against a tank engine.
I know. This is why I don't do Loco versus that often. I'll be real.
Oh man. Okay.
Minimum weight of rail.
36.
13.
Yeah, you could run some fucking
13.
twins.
Yeah, that was the point.
All right. Style points are available. It's 17-13.
No, I'm gonna keep going.
All right.
Overall wheelbase.
46.92 feet.
15.58.
Yeah. The tank engine. Dummy the tank engine.
Total engine.
Or felt.
I'm sorry.
No, my
Total engine and tender weight.
All right. Jader.
123, 650.
34,500.
Oh my god.
Yep. 19-13.
What is still on the board? Boost retractive
I'm
effort.
telling you, guys have used up most of the
Loading.
stats.
There's 5 stats
Things
left, I
I
believe.
don't want to touch. Tubes.
Tubes. Okay, I do have tubes. 196 of them in 2 inches of diameter.
83 at 1.5 inch.
1.5 inch.
Those
Yeah.
are some tiny tubes.
Yes.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, I don't have axle loading. I don't have a booster. And that leaves the ratios and engine wheelbase, and I'm not confident on any of those. So, I'm gonna turn it over to style points.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to style points. So this is more of like a round table thing, as you guys already understand. I've got the timers, but they're not really any rule. There's not really any rule with the timer. I just sort of keep track of how long it's been since someone called a valid style point, and if it's been too long, I say that's enough and end the video. So, and end the match. Call it there. So let's hear some style points.
Intercontinental ballistic 2-foot. I went to.
Okay, yeah, you've worked in multiple countries. Is that what that's supposed to mean?
Yeah, I worked in France and I worked in Australia.
Okay, but where's your knuckles?
Okay.
Yeah, I was waiting for that one.
Where's your polling pockets?
Yep, they've got the polling pockets.
Where's your marker lights?
Yeah, Tyler came prepared with all the ammunition.
Where are your air
Same
brakes?
place is your name.
Yeah.
Where are your cow catchers?
Tyler, where's your railroad?
Cow catchers.
Oh, wait.
Oh yeah, you guys do have 2 cow catchers.
Also, Tyler should get a point subtract because he doesn't have a railroad.
I technically do have a railroad.
Whoa! We're not making fun of orphans on
Yes,
this
we
show.
are.
By the
Hey,
stat
I'm a
page, I have a
switching pilot.
railroad.
I
It's
might not have a
called
cow
Ultimate.
catcher, but I have a switching pilot.
Easter, you trying to get us canceled?
No.
You guys you guys do have more switching pilots
Okay, but that's
because 9 just has a big old cow
I have
catcher,
rearward
which
visibility.
is nice. But yeah, well, tank engines do.
I have
like
a
that.
doghouse.
We can get a point for this for the bear trap.
Yeah, you get. Well,
I have the spark
no,
arrestor.
because Hem also has
Okay,
a spark
but,
arrestor.
like-
Yeah.
Yours is just a
Hem's
fucking screen.
arguing
Mine
from-
is fancy.
But it's the same purpose.
But it also makes it more maintenance intensive.
Also, I have the 10 toolbox. No one on the opposite team does.
No, I think Tyler does.
No.
We-
60,000's got two.
And so does 9. If you see the boxes at the front of
Bitch.
the... Yeah, they're big.
So-
They're nice.
But do you know what you don't have? You don't have a water pump.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah, the water
you
pump.
don't
I
have a
was wondering
railing
that would
frogs,
come
do
up.
you?
Probably not.
9 does.
Ribbit.
9.
You
kinda
guys
surprised,
have
although-
embossed number plates on both of your locomotives.
We
do.
have it on 9, and I believe 60,000.
Picture?
Yeah, no, I need a picture to show the 60,000 as one. 'cause I'm not sure it
60,000,
does.
I think, does have like the stock standard embossed number plate on the front.
Yeah.
But I would have more embossed number plates due to the name plates, I would think.
Well, my cab ones are also embossed as well as my front one.
Your cab numbers are
Yep, you
embossed?
can tell there's a very tiny shadow outline on the side of my engine.
Yeah, mine are embossed. It's
Sure.
just that the Franklin Institute decided that it would be great to have it as
You can see it there.
solid, like, brass.
I cannot see it, honestly.
Yeah, I
Me
can't see
style.
it either.
Oh no.
Oh, I see his.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna call the embossed number plates thing a wash here. Actually,
Train boards.
Okay.
train boards. Yep.
I have.
Although,
Sorry, go ahead.
go ahead. I was gonna say that you did make mention of your embossed nameplates, and that is special enough
Yeah.
to get a point.
Question, and this is as much a question for Tyler. I'm not. This looks to my less trained eye like a mechanical lubricator, but I wanted to ask you because I knew you'd have a better eye for that.
Yeah, that's a mechanical lubricator.
Okay.
Oh, that's a neat mechanic. Like that's not a style that I've seen before.
So, would 9 have had a mechanical lubricator is the question.
I believe so.
Great, then I
At
think
least in the
that's a lot.
condition that we are presenting her, she should.
But should is not. Where's your evidence, Tyler?
Let me look at her in her current condition. Let me see if I can find.
Pretty sure 60,000 has a mechanical.
Yeah,
lubricator.
60,000 does.
I would imagine 60,000 and East both would have mechanical lubricators.
Yeah.
being
Yeah, no,
cars
East
and
I can see.
relatively
I can see
modern.
his.
Because I can see the lines for the hydrostatic, but I can't see.
All right. Well, you figured that out. I am the largest and most powerful engine on the FEC, which you've given us a point before.
That is true.
Hem
Can
gets
I
war
take? I'm
service.
the largest and most powerful locomotive that Baldwin built for itself.
No.
Because I,
mean-
don't think
I
they
mean,
built
it's not-
any war stock that's
If you
larger
get-
than this.
If you get that point, then we get the railroad point, okay?
Yeah, that's fair.
Well,
You get the road
I don't-
point, but I get the point of literally being the largest one Baldwin built for stock.
I mean, I'm not giving them a point for having a railroad, but 60,000 being what it is and not being able to have like the potential to have that claim on a railroad, I feel like it deserves some sort of recompense. Because
Yeah.
you know what? I will just lump that into the experimental advanced nature of 60,000. Sort of like how I give the triplex a point for being a triplex because it's special.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I'll give it that. What else have we got on the table?
Propaganda point for 60,000?
Were you in propaganda?
No, but the whole tour. We've given a similar thing for 4 races before.
I suppose
you
that's
just called
true.
it propaganda. 'Cause
Oh
it's
right,
more
oh
fun.
right. I didn't give That's you just reminded me. I did not give the war service point for him. That was brought up.
Let's see who else.
All right, it's 24-28.
Hem, where's your bell?
Yeah, fair enough.
God damn it.
Question.
Where's your headlight?
I did have one of those.
He's got a
actually.
headlight.
I would have also had a backing light.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I can see that in this picture.
In as preserved condition, they don't have the headlight, but stock from Baldwin they came with a headlight, and they also had a headlight when they went, and this one also had a headlight when it went down to Australia. So it did have electricity.
My engine has both an air ringer and the bell can still be run with a string.
So does the cookie. So does, I believe, 60,000.
Where's your string on 60,000? Because your bell is under your hat.
Let me go find it.
No, he can. It can be rung. I see the cord in the picture.
Let me go grab the
Yeah, you
builder's
can see
photos
right there.
of the trenchies. So yeah, you can see I have a backing lamp and a headlamp, and also stack cap. I had a stack cap.
You have a stack
Yeah.
cap.
Yeah.
Oh,
These came with stack caps as stock.
It's kind of cool.
Point for the World's Fair, number 9.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Point for
Special event
multi-fuel,
point.
number 9.
And then-
And point of multi-fuel as well for
For
60,000.
him. And for him.
Yeah,
We have more
Don't
Yeah,
multi-fuel.
believe I was converted
they have
to
two
oil.
multi
though.
fuels, and you guys.
No,
have
but
one.
you were converted to burn whatever was on the battlefield.
I don't think that's how that
That's
works.
not
No,
how that
that's
works.
not how that works. I was converted to an SX2 though.
And then back, which is cursed.
Yeah.
M gets paint.
Okay, but I was literally
Mm.
green as well.
Yeah,
I
but
was-
he was McDonald's.
I was gray
Where's
and
McDonald?
McDonald.
I'm not. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you were the
I
McDonald's.
was
Also,
I was
um,
delivered gray and then was painted McDonald's. So I did have more paint. schemes, technically.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Why is your Gasly in the firebox?
So if you see there, I have 2
What the
stokers.
hell?
Oh my god.
Stoker point, people.
Pretty sure I do as well.
That is
No,
right,
you
that's
don't.
the-
You're oil burning.
Oh, well, yeah, that's because oil doesn't need one to be distributed evenly to the
Yeah.
firebox.
But guess what? We've not given that point to
Shoveling
oil
oil.
burners in the past.
But oil
So.
naturally gets perfectly distributed throughout the firebox due to gravity, so I should be able to get that point as well.
No,
Yes.
we've not given it to oil burners in the past.
No, I'm not. I'm not giving oil burners a point for being oil
Okay,
burners.
but then he shouldn't get the Stoker point because that would be a negative for having coal.
No, it's
Hey.
not because it's a technological advancement that other engines don't have.
Question.
Yeah, but my engine doesn't need that technical advancement because it's
East, let
Okay,
it
we've
go.
done this argument all the time.
East.
Let it go.
Stop.
Question.
You're right. It
Question,
doesn't.
how
but
long-
It's something he has. And
How
you don't.
long was the cookie in service?
From 1884 to 1939.
So we would be 1884 to 1939.
Yeah, so that's about 50 years.
So we would get points for longer service lives and also being retired later. I was retired in 1965, and with the Baldwin 60,000 short 10-year stint, they total 65 years. Well, I was in service from 1965 minus 1917. I was in service for 48 years plus East, like at least
30
20.
years.
We beat them on both, yeah.
30 years, yeah.
Yeah.
How many of you
okay.
survive?
It's not numbers that survive,
Well,
it's just
yeah,
you
if you
specifically survive.
Well, one of them.
And
Yeah.
I survive, East does not.
And then both 60,000 and the cookie survive.
Yes, that's a draw.
No,
it's-
Go ahead, Ellis.
I was saying, correcting Jader, it's a point for 2 idiots in a cornfield. It's currently 32 to 30.
Also, I know East wouldn't, but Hem, do you have safety chains on their rear couplers? Because I just noticed that on 60,000.
chains?
Yeah, I have chains right there.
Why do you have
I
chains
just-
and I don't think Ham has chains?
I assume those are safety chains because it's the same exact setup as what
Wait.
you have for in between engine tender.
Tyler, do you not have a backing headlight?
I have a backing
It
headlight.
does.
Isn't that just a tail light?
It's
Like,
a
it can
backup.
only go red. It wouldn't be able to act as a headlight, would it?
It would still act as a headlight. It's because
Yeah. Also, I'm not sure if that is the accurate headlight that it had, because that
Yeah.
looks like you stole a car headlight or a car tail light. So I'll call it a wash on the chains.
HO models. I mean, models in general. I have an HO model.
Okay, los dos.
Pretty sure Cookie exists like in brass or something.
yeah, cookie exists in many model forms.
East, don't you have a model?
Brass,
Mhm.
LGB.
130.
So that's two models
Is there
to, unless Tyler has 1-0 to 1.
Let me see.
I wouldn't be shocked if 60,000 had a model.
But it's probably. I can't find one by looking up 60,000 model.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if it didn't have a model. You know, it's kind of a weird thing to want to model. But you can buy trading cards of it.
Can I get a point for
Remember-
trade?
Shameless plug.
No.
Let's see what else we can do.
Ham, do you currently operating?
I mean, oh yeah, I would be currently operating, whereas these two would not be.
Okay, but
Yep.
we don't typically do currently operating. We do operate in
Yes.
preservation, which
Okay, then-
Cookie has.
No, currently operating is also a style point.
Okay, but
Yeah, we do both.
we argued that in the past, though, like specifically.
Right, but
last
you're a contestant,
episode
not
that I
a
was-
judge, so your opinion is moot.
Yeah, but I'm also trying to keep Ellis on what his precedent has been, which was
Well,
not
which has been
currently
both.
operating, but
It's been both.
I have given both.
okay, but last time.
Okay, but Ellis says he's given both.
Listen, Mark.
Oh, I think Tyler's mic died. What?
What the heck was that?
I don't know.
I think Tyler has been eaten by the backrooms.
Yeah, if his
It's-
mic dies, does that
No,
mean
I'm
does
here.
that mean it's just over? Does
I'm
it mean
here.
we win?
I'm
No.
here, you fools. Hey, hello.
That's not how that works.
Oh. Oh,
Sorry,
wait.
it just got unplugged for half
Oh.
a second.
Hey, question.
Yes.
Go ahead.
East with your locomotive. Would we
Hi.
get more window shade points?
Hmm,
Because as delivered, I
Because-
had the window shades, and it does not look like Cookie or 60,000 really have any.
Well, I just have window shades in my picture as well.
let's see here.
I mean, yeah, I think you guys have more window shades. It's a bit tenuous, but I'll give it to you. It's 35 to 30.
Can we get a point for
Eddie-
number 9 last run on the South Park line? Like it called the last train.
It was the last train.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Point for the Chicago Railroad Fair, 1948.
Already
We
gave
got
you a
that.
special event point.
Mm.
I'm not sure if there's many more questions for this thing.
If there's a last call for style points,
What else have we got?
I think I'm going to let it go here. That was a struggle. That was a very good match. Kind of a shame that wasn't the finale, because that was very well played. Ellis's progeny, congratulations. You are advancing. You will face off against Canadian Pacific Railroad in the final.
Who could have seen that one coming?
Uh,
Oh, wait. Canadian Pacific. Canadian Pacific is Taki and AJ, right?
Wait,
Yeah.
I have to kill my children. No.
Wait, what? How? Wow.
Oh, man. So, yeah. You guys are facing off against Canadian Pacific in the final. 35-31. The 822 and this 1012D have vanquished the Cookie and Baldwin 60,000.
No.
This is where I say, this is how you can tell it isn't scripted, because the legendary Locomotive did not, in fact, make it to the final. These things that are going to the final are not represented by trading cards, at least not yet. But if you do buy trading cards, you can suggest a Locomotive for the next batch. Actually, I think that bonus is sold out. But you could have. Maybe by the time next batch comes out, I'll actually have a website and won't have to do this thing through Kickstarter. Anyway, that's a problem for future me. And Tyler, Jader, I'd like to congratulate you guys for fighting well, making good use of your boosters. Jader, despite the fact that you were out at a distance, I think it went very well for you guys. And East Hem, I mean, who could have seen you guys getting into the final?
Certainly not me.
Definitely not us.
Yeah, no. We thought we were dead a round ago.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to surpass 44-49 and 49-60.
Well played, Tyler and Jader. I am.
Yeah, well played.
Yeah, you guys both had us scared.
Yeah, well played.
All right, I'm gonna.
Played.
What do you say,
It's
Jader?
like well played.
Yeah. I'd like to thank everyone for participating, and everyone that's participated to this point. I'm sure I'll say this again in the final. Thanks to everyone for making this thing happen. We will probably be doing another bracket if we can pull everyone together. We will be probably operating it a little bit differently without as much absolute secrecy. This was just to draw as many people into the videos as possible. So, with that out of the way, the finale will be coming out a week from today, as of this posting, which will be the 26th. So, check it out and buy trading cards.
Check it out.